Most overrated team in the ACC? MarkRogersTV, the voice of college football, breaking down the game we love each and every day. We've got video posts every day, typically multiple times a day. If anything, we release too much content for you to keep up with, and we're trying to pull back on the throttle and have in recent months to just attack the most important storylines. All right, we have completed our SEC schedule previews. It's a revised schedule, of course, across the country, and for the SEC, that means 10 games all in conference. For the ACC, of which we've launched our ACC series just in the last couple of days, it means 10 conference games up from the typical 8, and 1 non-conference games, typically 1 game that was not originally scheduled. It's a geographically close game, i.e. Louisville, Western Kentucky, and of course, the great non-conference games that we were looking forward to, North Carolina, Auburn, for example, Miami, Michigan State, have been wiped out. Let's check this out. The numbers are a bit surprising in favor of Louisville. The Football Power Index, if this is the first time you've watched this, check out the other videos, because what I do is I list out the Football Power Index percentage of win probability versus mine. Of course, I made my numbers before I looked at FPI to not be influenced, and then I make a prediction on the game. So just because I've got somebody plus 50% doesn't mean that I believe that they're going to win the game. Are they going to win the game most of the time? Yes. So for example, Western Kentucky taking on Louisville at Louisville, I believe that the Cardinals have a 93% chance of winning that game. But 7 times out of 100, I believe Western Kentucky could pull off the upset. The FPI is at 88%, and these numbers are, again, alarming to me. The favoritism on Louisville, I think it's a bit much. 2-10, Scott Satterfield took over, and they went 8-5 with a bowl victory. Very impressive in his first season there, but man, they really love Louisville. Miami's game 2, the ACC opener for the Cardinals, 83% chance of beating Miami. Seriously, I'm at 53%. I know it's at home, but still, 83%. Louisville's that much better than Miami, a team that beat them by 25 points last year. All right, then they go to Pitt. 76% chance of winning at Pitt. I'm at 55%. I really like Louisville's football team. I rated Scott Satterfield one of the best coaches in the ACC even before he did what he did last year. But man, at Georgia Tech, 72%, 78%. I was a bit startled that they were a bigger favorite against Miami than against Georgia Tech. All right, then they go to Notre Dame, 38% according to the Football Power Index. I'm at 29. Florida State, 62-54. Virginia Tech, I got a 50-50 split at home. The Power Index likes the Cardinals 58-42 in that one. At Virginia, the defending Coastal Division champions, of course, Bryce Perkins has gone from the quarterback slot, and Virginia loses a lot. 80% chance of winning on the road. I'm at 58% for that one. Syracuse, 91. I'm at 65%. Again, a road game for the Cardinals. At Boston College, actually, that's a home game against Syracuse. Boston College, 72-62, and again, I'm behind the curve. So typically, if you look at the other videos, I'm pretty close to the Power Index. Not trying to predict what the Power Index was going to say, but just giving my probability estimation that if they played 100 times. So the thought process is that basically if you're the favorite, you're going to win most of the time. As I've stated many times, and I'll get to your question, ACC Grid, about not necessarily that there are just upsets in football, but there are substantial upsets in football. Of course, most of the upsets are closer in point spread than the big blowout point spread projections, obviously. You're going to have more upsets of 3-point favorites than 15-point favorites. That's obvious again, especially the later you get in the season, because Vegas has a good track record to go by, and we know how good these teams are. All right, let's get back to Louisville. I'm looking at 8 wins and 3 losses. I've got them losing at Notre Dame, losing against Virginia Tech at home, and falling to Boston College. I'm selecting an upset, yes. So understand this. For all the people that are going to say, you think Boston College is better than Louisville, you're an idiot. There are upsets in college football. There are upsets in all sports. I am projecting. I am taking a stab at Louisville being upset once. This game against Boston College. It may come against Virginia on the road. They could lose to Florida State. They could lose a lot of these games. They're capable of winning all these games. Louisville does not have Clemson on the schedule. They don't have to face North Carolina. Sure, they've got Florida State, Notre Dame, and Miami. All right. Again, I'm going 8-3. If you go step by step throughout each game in the Football Power Index projection, the FPI, in a sense, if you look at it this way, game by game, they are predicting Louisville to go 10-1. It's not a 10-1 football team. Not in my estimation. I got the Cardinals at 8-3. It's a fine season for them after going 7-5 regular season in 2019. My projection, would love to hear from you. Leave it in the comment section below. And, of course, subscribe. Hit the bell for the notifications. That way you know when we're going live, which is just about every day with the best live chat in college football. Call-in shows throughout the week, live streams all over the place. We'll just cover college football like nobody else, and you got to lock it in right here at MarkRogersTV, the voice of college football.